If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not.
Welcome to another edition of the Ant Money Experience, the podcast unlike no other. Hope you all having a good week. Hope everybody enjoying yourselves. If you are on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Also, people be asking me like, yo, when your show come on, yo, if you subscribe, set a reminder. You should be having a reminder for everything on the BEN, the big exclusive network, the most dangerous podcast network in the world, Death Row Records, when it comes to this podcast shit. Ain't nobody fucking with us. But if you checked out on Monday, you would have saw Sis Dom Godwin on the Melanated Vibrations with Dusty Ass Adiris. It was good to see Adiris come back this week. Check them out every Monday at 7 o'clock. They had a really great episode this week. This week it was about breaking generational curses, which it was a good podcast. They didn't stick to one portion of generational curses. They kind of moved all over the place, but it was a good watch. And then if you was there on Tuesday, you was there watching the big exclusive podcast with big exclusive Angry O Jeezy. You know, Top Flight pops in every here and there, but definitely was a good episode this week. They talked about a couple different things. They started off with talking about the Cat Williams situation, dove into that a little bit. Then they went down another path. It was actually a good episode. If you didn't check that episode out, I advise you to go back to the YouTube channel and check that out. As you can see, I came war ready. It is smoke in the city today. With that being said, let me bring up my two co-hosts for this week. Ron, what up?
What's up, man?
What up?
What's happening, cuz?
Listen, how y'all fellas doing today?
Fantastic.
Good, man. I keep playing, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Joe, you already know why you here.
I already know, man. I already know.
I came in right.
I see. The bandana already. Mother Belly already on deck.
Already here. It is smoke in the city. It's podcast beef out in these streets. But before we jump into the program, a message from our sponsors. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. That being said, let's jump into If It Bleeds, It Leads. Yo, what up, Angry OG? What up? Be right back. Thank you for joining me tonight, fellas. Let's bring up the first topic. Homeboy came back and had to sit in front of the judge again. So this was actually you can take it down. This was actually his going back in front of that judge. Yo, if you was that judge, would you go back in front of him?
I mean, probably not.
I'd have better security.
Right.
For sure better security. Yeah. I hope they jobs. Listen, if y'all require some retraining. Y'all require something because listen, y'all did not hold it down for OG. She got some hands and paws put on her. So I actually looked into this a little bit more. So the young man's name was I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Deborah Redding, and he was 30 years old. So when he showed up in front of the judge on Monday, I give her respect because she didn't throw nothing crazy at him as far as like attacked her. She gave him the sentence. She showed the paperwork and showed that she gave him the sentence that she had intended on giving him anyway, which was 19 months in jail. And I'm like, damn, nigga, you just got all them charges and you was only gonna get 19 months.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
you've been in and out of jail for a minute, so 19 months wouldn't have been nothing crazy. But what up, Roro? But yeah, you should have just ate that. I mean, you was gonna go back to jail, but you wasn't gonna get the time that you gotta get. So he actually went in front of another judge, and she threw that fucking book at him. That joke.
Cooked. He got cooked.
I mean, he got at least 10 felonies from that, and he probably deserved all 10 of them felonies that he got. It was like 10. It was 20 charges altogether. So I'm assuming that the other 10 were misdemeanors, but he faces up to 20 months in jail. I mean, not 20 months, 20 years.
Definitely lifetime dickhead. You right about that shit.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Good job, dumbass. But dude, so also I read a little bit more into his background situation, and he was also schizophrenic. Does that should that have a play in this?
Absolutely.
You don't think so, Joe?
They're gonna put something on it, but I just feel like that's somewhat of a scapegoat. Like I feel like that's just somewhat of a scapegoat. They're gonna use that just to try to get him off.
But I mean, if he's clinically diagnosed as schizophrenic, I think that putting him back in jail isn't absolutely the answer to the problem. What up, Deidre? What up, Hannibal? Rel? I feel like that should. I mean, maybe he needs to get some medical help that he hasn't been receiving.
Absolutely. I think that's probably the biggest like thing here. Because again, like we talking like mental health or like anything that makes you not a regular human, like you got to factor that in. I'm not saying he was right with what he did, but like what she said to him obviously set him off. It might not have set us three off, but if one of us was schizo, it probably would have set us off. You know what I'm saying? Like when I watched the whole thing, he like, I'm getting my life together. I got a job, this, and that. He probably really felt like in his mind frame, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, and that was asking me to do. After I made my mistake, and then you just like basically like fuck that don't matter. And he like, all right, bitch. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it.
He said, oh, for real.
Yeah.
I just feel that it should be taken into consideration. And with that being said, also people that are, would you say? It should be taken into consideration. But I think that people that have children that you notice certain things you feel aren't completely right, you should definitely go make sure you get your kids the help that they need, because if they learn how to deal with things as a child, as an adult, when they don't feel quite right, they'll know what avenues to go through to get the help that they need. But homeboy is cooked.
Definitely is.
Now, let me ask both of you gentlemen. Now, Joe, you sitting there, you looking at going back to jail, and you like, I'm not going back. Are you attacking the judge?
No, I'm not going to take the judge.
Okay. You know you're going back to jail.
Pretty much.
You're not thinking about it?
No. It's just like, no. Because you got to think about it like this. Even if you're going to take the judge, when you get to jail, your stay might even be worse because them guards going to probably fuck you up. So it's like...
No, it ain't no Mike. It ain't no Mike. Them guards going to kick that ass.
Right. So you might want to make it stay a little easier. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's going to be hard, pause, but don't make it worse serve for yourself, I guess. But yeah.
I mean, I could see that. Now, Ryan, what about you? You going back to jail? I mean, you know you going back to jail. You really don't want to go.
We talk. I'm not going back to jail under any circumstances. Like you already hear me. It's nothing to do in jail. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no Dove soap. It's like nothing there.
It's crazy.
It's nothing there for me. So I'm good on that. I'm cool. Like I'm doing everything I can do to get out of jail. Like I can't do that in jail.
The judge ain't the reason he's going to jail. You're absolutely right about that, OG. Now, I'm going to rephrase this question a little bit. Now, if the judge is fucking with you, you like sitting there, you know you went back to judge, and she fucking with you in her statement, you still not thinking about it?
You can't win. It's a lose-lose situation.
Okay.
Real fast though.
Joe, I don't know if you might know about this. Ryan, you'll probably know about this. I'm gonna bring up a name that everybody knows in Philly. We all around the same age. Judge Reynolds. Judge Reynolds was notorious. What up, Dwayne? Judge Reynolds was notorious for smart ass shit. I remember my one homie, Judge Reynolds was famous for. If you're not familiar with him, he dealt a lot with children and like youth trouble. So he was famous for, hey, how many holes in your shoestrings in your sneakers? You look there, I got about 12 months in Glen Mills. He was famous for shit like that. My one homie said he was smart. He used to do Judge Reynolds would he would also say, hey, how many buttons on your shirt? 8? You got Glen Mills for 8 months. So my homie said he was smart. He wore like penny loafers and he wore like a dress shirt that didn't have buttons on it. He said Judge Reynolds was like, go outside, see how many birds you see on the nearest telephone pole wire. He said, I see about. He said it was 12. He said, I see 6. He said 6 months in Glen Mills. But he would fuck with people. For a minute in your mind, if you knew you was going away anyway, you wouldn't think about hitting Judge Reynolds?
No, man. You in their courtroom, man. You got it. The main game is to stay up out their courtroom. Once you in their courtroom, they can do whatever they want to do to you. So regardless if he's gonna tell you how many shoelaces you got, whatever the case, whatever time that he's gonna give you, you in his courtroom, so you under his law, under his jurisdiction. Ain't really nothing you can do, bro. It is what it is.
You niggas is too mature for me.
Man, you're Papa Cop. That's why you gonna get off, nigga.
I just don't want to go to jail.
God,
just don't want to go to jail.
Put my shit out there.
Real fast, did you peep the joint they had him in? The joint they had him in, I saw something that basically how he was dressed, and I'm not saying they did it on purpose. That's how they used to like muzzle and like tie the slaves up and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like when I saw that, I was like, really, I've never seen a prisoner like that. Like, I don't think he bit her nothing. Like, I wasn't feeling that at all.
He must have had some additional instance with like biting or something like that. On his face.
So.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know why. Yeah, that when I looked at that too, I was just like, that looked a little off. That looked like some Jeffrey Dahmer type. You know what I'm saying? Like
it reminded me of Silence of the Lambs.
Right. Yeah, like crazy.
But let's jump into the next topic.
This wasn't even the emergency door. We're at the end of the plane, so the emergency door is right there. It was just a piece of the plane.
Yo, that was some crazy shit. I read a little bit into that as well, and apparently some like 11-year-old that was sitting close to that door. You know, Ryan, you work for the airport, so I'm sure you know the blast of that joint ripped his shirt off.
Yeah.
It's a
dangerous situation.
They down all the planes with that particular model throughout the country, and also they said that another plane reported having like the screws or something out of a particular door on it, the same model, get loose. So my question is, you on a plane, that shit happened, what are your thoughts?
That I'm going to probably die like that. Like you said, it ripped the shirt off. Imagine what it's going to do. Imagine you getting up out of your seat and then that happened, and then you could have went out the window. That's crazy. Like out the door. That's crazy.
Like you two niggas tonight, them people on that plane was way too mature for me. They're we're gonna get there. There's no worries. Man,
No, I'm freaking out.
Yeah, you got like everybody that's near the door, they really in danger. But the people towards the back is a little more safer. Like if you strapped in, pause. Like if you got your seatbelt and everything in, you actually for the most part good. But that's why whenever I get on a flight and I end up being by the door, they like whenever they ask that question like, "Are you willing to?" No, and they move somewhere else. Are you willing to save everybody? Yeah, when they no, put me somewhere else. Yeah, if you tell them no, they gotta move me because I'm not willing to save nobody. I'm not saving nobody but me and my kids.
So I say yes. I'd be lying though. What you gonna
See,
do? Put me in
young
jail
boy
for
got
not
a young
saving
boy got a
people when the
shirt.
plane go
Young boy
down?
got a shirt with that probably lied too. Had he said no, he wouldn't been there.
True, that's true. But next topic, please.
See, you do have a lot of children, and you know, I've been around you to see in a short amount of time that you're a great father. How important is fatherhood to you, man?
Not really big on it, to be honest.
What do you mean by that? You're not big on it. Like you're you're a family man. I'm here with you. I see it.
Yeah, but I'm only out. I'm only like in here because you live.
Oh, well, I don't believe
It's
you.
a crazy topic because I'm not the type like to sugarcoat nothing. But I'm 4 walls all day, every day.
When you say 4 walls, you mean locked in?
Yeah.
Just honed in on the music, recording?
Yeah.
You can take the hat. I don't mind.
We bond a lot, but I'm mostly literally inside.
Working.
No.
See, how long have you smoked?
I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 7 years old.
Damn. My dad was like that. My dad tells everybody I've been smoking since I was 8. You want me to get this? My dad got arrested when he was 9.
And I think
He tried to burn down his
my
house.
goddad, I think he ran away from the army. But he can't, you know how you get a home pass, I guess?
Yeah.
And that mother ran away to New Orleans because he didn't want to go back. So I guess during the time, like, as he was at the house, I used to be watching him smoking cigarettes, and every time he tried to go grab it.
You grab it, and you smoke what was left?
Yeah.
Couple things to unpack here. When I tell you I never laughed so hard, this shit had me crying.
He was laughing?
Yes. He didn't say nothing wrong. I ain't really into parenting. Parenting, Joe, you can't completely relate. Parenting is trash. I can understand why you say I don't really enjoy it. You know, I got some moments, but you got the good with the bad, but I didn't see nothing wrong. I also find NBA YoungBoy interviews to be completely hysterical.
You really don't be saying nothing. It's like that's why
his
like him and Kodak Black. I don't like watching none of their interviews because it's like you got to decode it.
He sat there like this the whole time.
Right. You wouldn't even think nobody was in the room with him. Like he just be in his own zone. Like I can't watch them dudes, man.
I wouldn't waste my time. Can you put it? Yeah. Roro, stop fucking lying. Your kids is bad as shit. I whooped your kids. Well, I won't say that on camera, but your kids have taken me to a very strange place in the sense of I never thought that I would be cursing out kids. I mean, like kids. Her 2-year-old calls me and she like, "It's in." He like, "Bitch."
That's crazy.
Yeah. Fuck them kids. But the smoking cigarettes part at 7 had me cracking up. Cause I was
but it explains a lot, yo. It explains him. It explains how his mom on OnlyFans, whoever his mom is.
His mom is on
a lot of things, man. Like that's crazy, yo.
Wait. What that thing look like, Joe?
Oh, I'm getting him confused with Blueface, but I think his mom was on some other shit too. So yeah.
But the way he said, I went up and I would smoke the rest of the cigarette. You was smoking straight cigarette butt. You was burning your lips.
At 7, like that's wild, man.
I'm not going to add cooler than that. I started smoking cigarettes at 12. Hey, what can you say? But let's jump into the next topic, please. All right, you can take it down. So we had a little bit more than a week to sit with this Cat Williams interview, and let me tell you, it just keeps getting funnier by the minute. Just let's talk about the Ricky Smiley response to it first. So I hear he originally addressed some of the things on his radio show. They said they had him copping pleas. He was up there calling his old managers and things of that nature. First of all, Joe, how do you feel about the residual effect of it? How do you feel about people's reaction to it, as far as the people that were named on the show?
All right, I'm gonna talk about Ricky Smiley last, but with like Kevin Hart and Cedric. And Cedric, he kind of like he trying to brush it off, but Cedric definitely caught a lot of bullets from that joint, like for the stealing and all that other stuff. Like I don't like his response. Kevin Hart, he ain't really say nothing, but everybody, of course, everybody got their own little thing that they gonna say. Ricky Smiley, though, I feel like with him, he really did. When I watched this joint with Shannon Sharp, he didn't really say nothing like crazy about Cat. He was just telling his own story. Now, mind you, it was 20 years ago. So me, you can go to a party 10 years ago. We're going to have different stories about the same party. You know what I'm saying? It was 20 years ago, but I don't think he said nothing like, oh, fuck Cat, da-da-da-da. So I think, like, for him to catch a lot of the strays that he caught, I don't really agree with that. And plus, I didn't know that his son died a year ago, like around this time. So he dealing with a lot, and that's why he probably cried on live. So I don't feel like he should have got that, though.
No. That's where I'm going to stop you. I get the son part, and I don't wish losing a child on my worst enemy, because I can only imagine the pain that you feel. Like, you always supposed to bury your parents. Your parents are never supposed to bury you. So I have no jokes or nothing about that part. But crying on camera, my nigga. So you sat there at the point that you was like, all right, because you know you could tell when them tears about to roll. It would have been a boop. That would have been the end of it. They would have been in the comments. They might have look.
So it wasn't off directly. So
yo, they would have they would have been like, was that nigga just crying before he ended the live? But you would have never, to set a camera up and cry in front of it is nasty work in every capacity. He could have easily just ended that joint and walked away. That nigga made you cry. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Cat, if he really, like, let's just say Cat Williams made him cry, Ricky Smiley, you only got one thing you can do after that. What up, John? Hey, Auntie Sugar. Auntie Sugar, shout out to Auntie Sugar. Big supporter. You know, also, I'm a still big exclusive line. Do like Dom did. Tag your friends in. We're gonna have fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But what about you? How you feel about him crying?
I didn't actually see it. I just read it online. But I'm already like, I don't really fuck with Cat Williams anyway, because I feel like a lot of it, like, I feel like what he was doing, he trying to get attention. Like, nobody was thinking about Cat Williams, so he's coming out saying a bunch of bullshit. A lot of stuff that I just don't feel is true. Some of it probably got some validity to it. But I'm not crying on camera.
Well, it's free promotion because he got a tour coming up. Big exclusive. Bring your comment back up.
Also, he did something weird. Like, now he got Kevin Hart ex-wife going on tour with him. Like,
I was about to go there next. Now, big exclusive.
That's crazy.
I don't have a problem with men crying. I also, because my father is like one of them people that's just like stone cold, I don't really have sympathy for men crying. The only thing I'll give you is death. Anything outside of that, death or losing a championship. But I don't really have sympathy for men with tears. I don't think that a man crying is anything wrong with it. I think a man crying on camera, on live, is something wrong with it. To set a camera up and cry in front of it is nasty. Oh, wow. He definitely told a few couple fat Fajon lies in that joint.
He definitely did.
Back to what you were saying, Ryan. Yo, put Kevin Hart wife on the tour is nasty work.
He gonna catch some hands over that. Like, it's just, and she weird for that too. You know, I'm looking at both. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like the position she probably in. I'm pretty sure Kevin gave us some money in it, like whatever. I'm pretty sure he at least makes sure she cool. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what terms they on. But to me, that's just corny. That's some whack ass shit to do. Like homie online talking about the father of your kids, not your ex husband, the father of your kids. Like this, have some fucking standards. You know, a little bit of class, man. I don't respect it at all.
Now a little bit of pushback to what what up, Quill? A little bit of pushback to what you said. A little bit of pushback to what you said about Kevin Hart wife talking about him. Now, I was randomly listening to Power 99 one weekend when I was back in Philly, and a guy said that she actually, when they were still married, used to make jokes about Kevin on stage. Like, I remember the guy was like, he was sitting there one day, and I want to say she was at the Laugh Factory, and she was like, yeah, my husband, I take all his shit, break it, I set shit on fire, this, that, and the third. And the dude was like, Kevin Hart was next to him, laughing hysterically. And he was like, nigga, you laughing like she not talking about you? He was like, the shit funny though, ain't it? So if that's something that she was doing beforehand, her doing it afterward isn't really crazy.
Yeah, they say most of the comedy is her coming at Kev. So that's her comedy anyway. Like if you watch some of her stand up, it's her coming at Kev anyway.
I ain't never seen a Tory her stand up.
Joe, you watched her stand up?
Not probably like a couple years ago, yeah.
You did that on purpose?
It was just some random stuff that came up, and I watched it because I wanted to see what she was talking about. So I was like, but most of her comedy is talking about Kev. So it fits in.
I ain't never seen a Tory stand up. I ain't never bought a ticket to a Cat Williams show. I never will. Neither one of them. It's not my cup of tea.
I went to Cat Williams show like 2-3 years ago. It was good. I remember it was good.
Bring up Auntie Sugar's statement. Yeah, that was her. Like, it's funny, Auntie Sugar, that you say that because we're gonna address that a little later in the lounge talk. But let's wait before we jump into the next topic. What about the Ludacris response? That was a little weird.
You ain't like the freestyle?
What'd you say?
You ain't like the freestyle?
I started sitting there and I started listening to him rap, and I saw him come in with and I was like, nope. Shout out to Eb, because Eb sent it to me. I was like, Luda, I want to hear you rap about the situation. Matter of fact, I turned the freestyle off before he could even get into rapping about the situation.
It was pretty good.
It was good. He had some bars in that John. He had some bars, bro.
What was your favorite bar?
The John where he said, it was the last bar where he said, comedians check their temperature. Something at the end, but he had some lines in there.
Yeah, line was so hot you couldn't remember it.
I'm done with it.
Cedric the Entertainer, he addressed it. I heard a clip where somebody kind of asked him like, hey, you heard the statements that Cat Williams made about you, how you feel? And he did some old Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. He was like, I don't really worry about what people say about me because at the end of the day, I've made a career of myself. And nigga, fuck you. He was sitting there saying that you was stealing.
He stole that. He stole that. That space Ghost John. He stole that. I'm sorry. When I watched the John Cat did, he basically took it word for word and then pretty much remixed it. He took that.
That was pretty blatant.
And you remember from the Kings of Comedy, that was like his most famous joke on there. So everybody kind of knew it. So I was like, yeah, I would see why Cat would be mad at that one. But yeah.
Yeah. But let's jump into the next topic. Eric Sposa.
City Boys is up.
City Boys is up. All right, you can take that down.
Genius.
His wife divorced him, and then he got the biggest NBA coach salary ever. First of all, shout out to the Miami Heat. That was fire. I think more teams should take stuff like that into consideration when these type of things happen, because that was respect. Because I mean, he's gotten the Heat all their championships, right?
No.
He didn't do that first. First one he didn't do.
He got his name Pat something.
He got two of the three.
Yeah, two of the. Yeah, I mean that's still respectable that they had that kind of respect for him, because they didn't have to care. I respect that, and I mean, shout out to my boy. I know his wife is sitting there somewhere looking dumb. All you had to do was wait a little while longer, shorty. Look, I know Ron cheered when he saw that shit, because Ron is all about, I built this shit brick by brick. You're not going to take my shit from me.
At all. Like, listen. She came up missing.
Listen, when I saw that joint, I said somewhere Ron smiling like Big Mama looking at the people eating on Sunday. Yeah.
I had to get the duct tape and the gloves out.
Jesus Christ, why you just got duct tape? Never mind. Oh man. But since we are on the topic of sports, big exclusive, if you have it, can you bring that picture up that I got of the Eagles? Yeah, bandana and
oh, come on.
There you go.
Y'all getting ready for the draft, ain't y'all?
Right.
Fuck the Eagles.
Y'all gonna be number one in the draft this year. That's good. Clap it up for Pats, number one with the draft. You know what I'm saying? Clap it up.
Bye-bye Bill Belichick. Bye-bye Tom Brady.
Yep.
Yeah, like, you don't even,
We're going to lose first round. I'm sorry, but at least we in the round. That's all I'm going to say.
Is y'all niggas done? Is y'all niggas done?
I'm just getting started.
We've lost more Super Bowls than y'all won.
There you go. Talk
about the past.
First of all, shout out to Bill Belichick. Salute. You done your service.
My favorite memory of Bill Belichick is y'all losing the Super Bowl to the Eagles.
Facts.
Boom.
That was cute. We gave y'all that Super Bowl. We figured since
we took
y'all
it.
in the first one,
we took it.
We might as well give y'all one and make a little
No. First of all, y'all won the first Super Bowl by 3 points.
Yeah.
Y'all won every Super Bowl by 3 points. Every Super Bowl.
All right, y'all niggas bringing up irrelevant shit. So
it's very relevant.
Very relevant.
You know what? Angry OG, it's gonna be some long years ahead of us. Well, I got this jersey.
Why got that old ass jersey on? Why?
It's not an old ass jersey. This nigga is playing now.
Who that?
You don't even watch football. Why are you talking?
He going into this year. Y'all drafting a quarterback.
Yeah, this is my last time. This is my last time wearing this jersey because he's not going to be here next year. I might as well. Do somebody got a cow? Is that supposed to be like a Cowboys thing? Oh wow, I guess. But shout out to the 76ers. But I definitely want to say salute to Bill Belichick. Definitely my favorite football coach of all time. The greatest football coach of all time. Nobody even remotely close. But yikes, Shaq Jones, that was crazy. But y'all know how I like to end. If it bleeds, it leads. Producer, jump into my funny video of the week.
That come with a dick in your mouth? Look at the size of you. I bet you jerk off to the Food Channel. Look how black you are. You ever fall into a litter box and a cat tried to cover you up? I loved you guys in Brokeback Mountain. That was a great one. How do you get his shit out of the slit of your penis? Are you on birth control?
What do you think?
I think your face is birth control. Yeah, with a face like that, you better suck a mean dick. Swallow?
Yes.
Yeah, fucking hot dogs. How many cans do you have to pick up to buy that shirt? So what are you gonna do tonight? You gonna go home and brush your gums? Fucking hot out here, huh?
It's not you, it's us.
Yeah, you're about as hot as a fucking Whirlpool freezer.
Oh, really now?
You're about the size of one, too.
Oh, fuck you. I'm a lesbian.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you eat a lot of fish.
Oh, yeah.
You're like a fucking whale.
Right.
Get it?
It makes sense.
Because you're fat!
Right.
And my friend's fucking engagement party.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Getting married?
He is, I'm not.
Obviously, you ugly fuck. I'm Yucko the Clown. What's your name?
My name's Phil.
Phil. Fill your gut with pizza, hot dogs, and any other shit you can eat, huh? Are you Jewish?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, your nose is as big as mine, huh?
Yeah.
You're a babe.
Thank you.
You know that pig who gets lost in the city and can't find its way back to the farm? Look at that fucking hat.
Go down, get down hat.
Really? Go down and get the fuck out of here. Holy shit, you hit the fucking wall, didn't you? Hey, I fucking yes, but I feel real shitty afterwards.
Yeah.
By far, one of the best bids I have seen in life. He let everybody. Yo, when he told the black dude that the cat would cover him up in a litter. Yo, he was just when he said congratulations to the dude was like, you getting married. He was like, congratulations to you too. I said, yo, he was really wild. But with that being said, let's jump into the grand finale of this evening. Let's jump into the lounge talk. J King, you? Fuck J King. You been on my dick. Fuck J King.
He got the bandana. He pop mode. I see you, bro.
So, pouring a little wine to get these festivities started. J King, you got some explaining to do. Now, although these words weren't specifically said from you, these things took place in your podcast, so you have to defend them. So you will be speaking on behalf of the gentleman at hand in these videos. But producer, let's jump into the first video first.
I usually go out on Saturdays with this guy. He's nobody I'm dating, nobody I'm freaking. He was like, you want to go out? Sure, where we going? Out to eat. So it was 11 p.m. He picks me up. So he had to stop at Wawa to get some, black smokes or whatever, the rolls. He came out, his phone rang. And mind you, it was connected to the car. It was his child. Child called, saying all this stuff, okay? So then I heard mom get on the phone. She passed the phone to mom. Okay. So mom was talking, and they was talking and talking. So he asked, he whispered, where we going? I said, out to eat. Okay. So mind you, he kept going down these same 5 blocks. It just seemed like he just kept driving around. So then he asked again, where we going? So this time I started pointing in a direction to take me back home. Because mind you, we still in my neighborhood. Okay. So I'm pointing directions to take me back home because he on the phone and I know my part and I know not to be all loud and saying stuff. So he didn't really know. He thought I was pointing where we going out to eat. And by the time we pulled up back to my house, he was like, yo, let me call you right back. And then, hung up. And then he's like, where you going? I'm like, back in the house. You need to take care of that business. And he's like, okay, whatever. And I got out the car and I went back in the house. So my question is, was I wrong for directing him to take me back home? Or should I stay in the car and we really went out to eat?
Okay. So, audience in real time, I want to know what y'all think about what y'all saw on that video.
So many lies there.
Huh?
There's so many lies there.
My bad, Ryan. Before you start, my homie that was on the podcast, my man Rocky in the comments. That's relative. So yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're here to join us because we got some talking to do tonight.
My fault, Ryan. Go ahead, my bad, bro.
So as far as the riding to Wawa and the dude on the phone with his baby mom and not hanging up, do you feel like her telling him to take her back home was the right thing to do?
I don't think it was. And I talked to him about this on the side. Because she led with, this ain't somebody I'm dating. This ain't somebody I'm sleeping with. Nothing. This is nobody. So why you feel any type of way about anything he do in his life? It could have been somebody he dealing with that called him. If the first thing he said, this ain't nobody I'm dating. This ain't nobody I'm looking to be with or none of that. If you lead with that, then anything he do, a chick could FaceTime him, butt ass nigga. You shouldn't feel no type of way. Second of all, who's going to get something to eat at what she said, 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night? I don't know about y'all, but most stuff closed by midnight. So like now I'm picking apart the lies. And then at the end, he brought it back to French fries. Like, the whole story seemed like it was missing a lot of truth to me. But I definitely thought she was tripping to my son that she told him to take her back home. Like I don't that didn't make any sense. I just felt like there's a lie somewhere. Or she's lying about her feelings. Maybe she do like him and she just didn't tell him that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Auntie Sugar, you jumping the gun. We're going to drop the link because we got some more to get into before the link is dropped. But also, just from what she told, let's say time frame might be a little bit off. I don't think her reply was now. Let's say she is lying about this not being somebody she just cool with, because somebody she just cool with, I still, even if it's just somebody I'm cool with, I still think that it's kind of odd that we hanging out and you having like a long-winded conversation with your baby mom who you also aren't dealing with. I wouldn't have had that long-winded conversation if I'm going out with folks. Also, like I'm a person where I don't take calls in front of people. It could be, it don't matter who it is. If it's my mom and dad, my daughter, it don't matter. I don't take phone calls in front of people. But I just think that it was kind of weird, rude, and inconsiderate to take a phone call as long as you did in front of her. And I probably would have been annoyed and be like, yo, just take me home too.
So yeah, and that clip, my bad. That clip, I didn't put all of the context. So when she took her, when the boy picked her up or whatever, when the daughter had called first. So when the daughter had called first and said yada yada yada, whatever, and then the mom had got on, what happened was the daughter had called because she didn't want to go to like some type of practice the next day, and her father sometimes picks her up. So that's why she called the father first. I'm getting a story a little bit incorrect, but it was basically like the daughter was BSing, and then the mom got on the phone like, don't believe her. She just don't want to go to such and such practice tomorrow. But yeah.
Bring up Angry OG's comment, but also with that being said, that's Angry OG. That's exactly how I feel. Regardless of if the company is somebody that you're dealing with or it's just somebody you cool with, I'm not having a long-winded conversation with somebody else while I'm out with somebody else, regardless of the capacity. And I understand the phone call initially being about the daughter, no issue at all. When a mom got on and y'all, it seemed like they worked out whatever issue they had with the daughter, and then he just kept, it seemed like after that, it was like so what you doing now? What you up to?
Right.
And then they had a conversation. I think that's rude and inconsiderate as shit.
Yeah.
So,
like you said, it was my bad, Ryan. Go ahead.
No, so part of it, I absolutely think, in this situation, he probably still definitely dealing with the mom, but he only felt comfortable having that conversation in front of her because they have nothing going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, if that's like I'm out with a chick and my side chick called me, I ain't gonna take that call. But if this chick I'm sleeping with calls me and I'm with this girl that's genuinely my friend, and we done made it clear that we don't look at each other that way, I'm gonna take that call. It's not because now we're in a different kind, even without a kid being involved, because the conversation shifted to something else. So you're gonna take that call because there's no reason for you to be offended because me and you ain't a thing. That's why I felt like she was wrong.
This is why I say you wrong, Ryan. Let's just say we out, we chilling at your crib, we watching the game. I don't take you taking a long-winded phone call if we sit here watching the game. And this is just regular company, right or wrong?
Long-winded, probably not. Probably not.
So that's what I'm saying. I just think that, it's definitely a level of respect. And I just think that was really inconsiderate of him. And I just feel like in that context, I've never taken a long-winded phone call on some just busted up shit with my daughter mom. And I'm out with company, regardless if it's the bros, if it's one of my female homies, if I'm on a date. Never happening. Once we get issued out whatever issue is going on with my daughter, all right, I'll talk to you later. But with that being said, let's jump into the next video.
You know this, a woman's intuition is fucking crazy, bro. Like, I remember I was in motion and my baby mom called me on one of them nights and it was like, why do you want to stay on the phone with me? She was drinking and stuff too, though. Okay. It's like, I knew what it was, bro. It was like her intuition must have told her I was about to go see a bitch. I said everything over the phone is where I was crazy. Like her intuition always been like that with me, bro. It's scary as fuck. But like, she's like, where you at? Man, I'm in West. She's like, well, what you doing out there? I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm just chilling. Like, I ain't want to lie. I'm on my way back home. Yeah. I'm just driving.
If you're not together, why you don't want to lie?
because I'm trying to keep the peace. Keeping the peace involves me not lying. And you see what I'm saying? Like the old me, I know if I lied, that destroyed shit. It didn't make for a peaceful arrangement with her, because her whole thing with me is, why do I have to lie about
Nah,
this?
peace.
Why do I have to lie to you? Like, I don't have, and then not with you. I have no reason to lie to you, so you're right. But it was like, bro, why won't she get off the phone? I want her to hang up so bad, like final reason. But this is one of them nights we were just on the phone, and she wanted me to be on the phone with her until she go to sleep on the phone.
Right.
So I had to find my way out of the situation, because I still had another situation going on.
A fat Faison liar.
Damn, this brother is where I started to have a major problem with the podcast.
I wish I had a bandana.
Yo, bro.
I gotta pull my head to the back for this joint. I gotta pull my head to the back for this joint. I already know it's about to get crazy.
Yo, ain't no fucking way in hell I'm giving my daughter.
My man got the glasses on.
Bro, I turned into the Claus Terminator. Ain't no fucking.
Got my daughter saying
Hey, ain't no fucking way in hell. And I'm not even going to sit up here and kick, because me and my daughter mine, we do have a peaceful relationship. Hey, what up, Creamy? But my daughter mom knows. Don't ask me where I'm going. Because I'm going to tell her, don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Because I'm going to say, mind your business. The only leeway I give my daughter mom in that regard is if I'm on my way to do something for my daughter, or I have my daughter and she wants to know, like, if I'm supposed to be dropping her off, like, how close are you, something like that. Other than that, don't fucking ask me what am I doing. Because my reaction is always going to be the same. My daughter was in the hospital, and we both was starting to get our stuff together. Like, we was about to leave. We had both been there all day. She was like, oh, what you about to do? I just looked at her and smiled. She was like, mind my business. I was like, you know it. And I'm not even sitting up here, getting up here trying to pump fake, because my daughter mom, she not a nut. When she want to turn up, she has. But she knows, don't ask me nothing personal, because I don't get into your business. Don't ask me nothing personal that isn't right, man. If it isn't in regard to instance with our child, don't ask me, because I'm not going to ask you, and also it's none of your fucking business. Joe, disagree or agree?
No, I agree. And when we talked about it on Saturday, I didn't even look at it at the aspect of boundaries. You know what I'm saying? I just looked at it as a dude just trying to keep peace with his baby mother. I didn't think about the boundaries aspect of, you know, you got to respect that person's time. I respect, you know, not calling people at certain times of the night and things of that nature. So I agree with you, bro. I look at it from just a man trying to just appease somebody, but not setting boundaries where it doesn't happen in the future. So yeah.
And also, if you want to see some great information about boundaries, you could go back and check Dom's, some of her prior podcasts, Melanated Vibration. She has maybe about 3 solid, great episodes about boundaries and how boundaries are important and how you need boundaries in every aspect of life, whether it be work, whether it be a relationship. But nah, I'm not. When he said that his baby mom could come through, I mean, she came through at 2 a.m. and he talked to her till 4. I said, fuck no. If you got issues that are that deep and we're not together, go see a therapist, because I'm not the one. Or we could talk about this later on, but just, I'm never giving people leeway to just feel like they could just do what they want when they want to do it. Absolutely not.
So I absolutely believe this is another situation where they was lying on your show. There's more to the story. My man is definitely still testing the waters or checking the temperature with his baby mom, sleeping with her. He's absolutely. I got 3 of them, so I know how this shit works. Can't none of them call me and ask me what I'm doing, anything like that. About any. I got small kids, grown kids, teenage kids. There's, you know what I'm saying? The conversations are about the kids, and I mean, them calls are less than 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So if I see any of them calling at 2 o'clock in the morning, if the first 30 seconds isn't one of our kids is in the hospital, I'm off the motherfucking phone. Why? Because it ain't nothing to fucking discuss. So when he's talking about, oh, he trying to keep the peace, fuck that. If me answering the phone dictates whether or not we got peace, then we just gonna be in court and the lawyer's gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like all that, that keep the peace. That was bullshit. Ain't none of you answer the phone gonna keep the peace. Fuck out of here. No, that's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. He definitely still sleeping with her every now and again.
Faison liar.
Yo, big exclusive. You the dope for doing that. But yeah,
answering the phone to keep the peace with them draws.
He was trying to get a piece, not keep the peace. Hey,
I'm done.
But yo, Ryan, I definitely agree, and I feel like my relationship with my daughter mom is a little different than what you had with your daughter's mom, because me and my daughter mom, like, I'm not gonna say like we like the best of friends, but if I go to pick my daughter up, we might sit there and chat for a little bit and then roll, or I might like being as though that my daughter just got out the hospital. I called, checked on my daughter. We might have had like a 10-minute small talk type of conversation and then kept it moving. We're not in a space where we got any issues, but we're not real chummy. We not
cause
yo, what you doing? Or girl, guess what happened today at work? It's none of that going on. But
I got one that still try to check the temperature with me, and whenever the conversation drifts in the text, because I do everything through text. When it drift from our child to you asking if I'm single, this and that, I'll text back, none of your motherfucking business. Simple as that. Simple as that. I don't care if it's rude, ignorant. There's nothing to discuss when it comes to a me and you outside of our child. Our child needs these clothing, or tuition got to be paid, or whatever's going on, or I need to get your weekend and we squat. Like it's about the child. Like and yeah, as soon as that phone rang at 2:00, that's what they're like. They're like, "What's wrong with Jordan?" Or you know what I'm saying. And as soon as it would have been, "Oh no, just saying."
Creamy said,
"See how you doing?" Yeah, sing. Yeah, I'm saying. See how Jordan is doing. See how Jordan is doing. Oh, okay. No, it's nothing wrong with Jordan. Then what the fuck are you calling me for? It's simple as that. As simple as that, man. And you be. I mean, you're not running enough in, but we talk enough to where like I don't have time for none of that.
But no, but this the part. All right, this the part that absolutely pissed me the fuck off. I hate when people put out misconceptions. Now, Joe, you don't really have an idea of what's going on, because you don't really, I mean, you wouldn't have any idea of what's going on in these type of situations. But oh shit, Joe ain't pay his cable bill.
Hey, Joe, if you connected to the Wi-Fi, come off the Wi-Fi. That's when the time my job was skipping, I took mine off the Wi-Fi and it worked fine. For some reason, when I'm on my phone,
he said it's getting. Yo, you know how when we be in a man league and you start losing and you put a joint out? Wait, Ryan, she said she didn't hear your answer. Creamy coming right at you.
No, yeah, I'm single, father of 5 girls.
But so the part that I wanted to jump into, Joe really can't give no information on anyway. Yo, this young man said that he's not allowed to talk to his daughter. I mean, he hasn't seen his daughter and he don't know how long, and he's not allowed. Ryan, I feel like with my platform, we might laugh and joke, but I also want to use this as a space.
Oh, I gotta take over. Everybody's going. Oh, all right.
Why the fuck? People know I'm hiding. Why the fuck would you call me right now?
You gotta put it on Do Not Disturb. Put it on Do Not
Disturb. Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but put your joint on Do Not Disturb. I can hear you fine.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. My kids, I got a 20-year-old, 17-year-old, 16, 9, and 4.
Now my audience, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Can you hear me?
Fine, but I can hear you fine. I can hear you perfectly clear.
Why I don't hear
you? I don't know.
Let me see.
I got the stream up on my laptop. Let me see if I can hear you.
Hold it down for me, and I'm gonna come right back.
I don't know. I got you. It's work. Yeah, you on the stream? I can hear you on the stream on my laptop. Yeah. So back to homie when he was talking about. I actually watched that podcast. He was talking about how he had seen his daughter.
Turned off.
There you go. All right, we about to get back into it then. But he was saying he didn't see his daughter.
You hear me now?
If he ain't seen his, I can hear you.
What the fuck? I'm gonna read.
You good? All right. What? You back? No. All right. He was saying he couldn't see his daughter.
Go ahead,
Can't
Brian.
see his
Take
daughter.
over.
Debbie,
You can log out and log back in, okay?
All right. So like how he was saying he couldn't see his daughter. If I can't see my kid, why are you call like there obviously is no peace. So there's really nothing to discuss unless you call in to tell me you bring me my child. So for him to say he's trying to keep the peace and all this and that, he went into, and I'm gonna go too far into it, but I'm just going off what he had on the show that day. Said he couldn't see his daughter. There's absolutely no reason to keep no peace. It's all beef at that point. You keeping my child from me. I can't see my daughter. No, there's nothing to keep peace about. So that's what let me know like there was lies there. He probably is still messing with her. And this is again like I'm 37, so I don't live through all these cycles, so I can see it. But I ain't nobody in my mind's gonna call me no 2 o'clock in the morning and you keep my kid from me. But I don't deal with that because my kids live with me, so I don't deal with that shit. But you gotta bring the comment back. I can't see it. Teaching the kids what about? Yeah, that is that's definitely important, and I try my best to do that. But there's some situations where it just ain't no motherfucking peace.
Yo,
there you
I
go.
apologize for the technical difficulties. This is why I get instant karma. Me making that joke about Joe, I got knocked off my goddamn podcast. But wait, did you answer? Yo, no, don't do that. It's Comcast and AT&T. Stop playing with me, Creamy. But did you answer Creamy question?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Hey
Joe.
Hey Joe, you missed it, but I made that joke about you, and somebody called me and knocked me off the podcast.
No, I seen some. My bad. I just see some.
But no, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. I want to use my podcast also as a way of spreading knowledge when I can. So one statement that he made was that his child's mother doesn't let him see his child. She doesn't he can call her, but he can't see her. And one thing that I love about Ron's podcast is he always spreads a wealth of knowledge. So ironically, I watched Joe's podcast and then I watched Ron's podcast, and he literally talked about this. So Ron, if you could give like a little bit of like a brief synopsis of what you should do if your child's mother is not letting you see your child.
So the biggest reason why I do everything through text or email because it's proof. You can't fake that. You can't lie about that. You can screenshot it. You can hand your phone to the judge. I literally just did an episode about this. So the minute you text, can I get my daughter? And she like, no, boom. You just do it like 2 or 3 times. By the time you go down there, after you get your court, they're going to be like 6 months out. By the time you go down there, you're going to have 6 months of attempts to get your child. The courts want the men to step up and be fathers. You get what I'm saying? So when you go there, like, I'm trying to get my child, she's not allowing me to do it. She don't let me get her if I sleep with her or if I give her money or if I do this, and that. You got the proof. So as long as you got the proof, you're not on no bullshit because they can sniff that out too. Don't be one of the niggas that you text in March and then you text maybe in June and that was it. And she can prove that because that's going to look sketchy too. But the biggest thing is to just have proof. You got to have proof. And also stop sleeping with these women. If you're trying to get your kid, you can't do both. If y'all gonna beef, y'all gonna beef. You can't be like, I want to be a dad, I'm trying to get my child, and then go sleep with her for a week and then step back off. Because women are emotional creatures. So of course she can't have you. She gonna react that way. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think in his case, he got to put pen and paper. He need to take his ass down there and file the necessary paperwork and be prepared to pay child support. It's part of it. It's gonna happen. There's a way to beat child support. I can tell you about it offline, but there's a way to beat child support. When I saw it, I hit Joe up like immediately because like it really pissed me off. Because I don't play that not letting dads be dad shit. I don't fuck around with that shit. That shit not cool. So I hit him up and I told him like, had cuz reach out to me. I'll walk him through it. Like, and I don't need to get paid nothing like that. I just advocate for dads. Period. Like niggas should have their kids. Point blank. Period.
Yeah. And fuck that. I can't see my kids shit. This, that, and the third. I'm gonna tell you, there was a banter back and forth on Joe's post that he made with this clip. And one of my friends was in the comments going back and forth with the two co-hosts on that episode. She wasn't saying nothing that she wouldn't have said to anybody else. And also, Ryan has said this multiple times. If you want to see your child, it's nothing that anybody can do to stop you from seeing your child.
Nothing.
It's nothing. I remember me and my daughter's mom would go through these spouts where she'd be like, oh, you can't see your daughter. So I know with her, it would be like a temporary thing. But I was sitting there complaining to my friend about it. And she was like, yo, Aunt, go down there to court. And I'm like, I don't really want to go to court because it's only gonna be like a temporary thing. We gonna be cool in a little bit. She was like, yo, Aunt, do me this favor. Don't ever fucking talk to me about your daughter mom again. Because if you're not willing to put the work in to do this when you have an option, don't fucking complain about it. Guess what? About it again.
Most niggas don't got their kids because they lazy, because they don't want to go downtown, and because they don't want to pay child support. Those are the two biggest. When I talk to dudes, the biggest reason is I don't feel like going down there and I don't want to be waiting in line. But you willing to wait till your daughter or son is 13 or 14 and they asking questions? Like, no, don't do that shit. Just go do it now. My 9-year-old, I didn't see her for the first 3 years of her life, and now I get her every other week. So you just got it, and I'm still in court with her mom. So like you just you gotta be willing to do that. The rest of my kids I got sole custody of. So that shit ain't anybody that tell me you can't. Nah, fuck out of it. You lazy. You just don't want to do it. You don't want to spend the money. Like you're gonna spend something, whether it's you're gonna lose the time or you're gonna spend the money. It's one or the other. And I'd much rather spend the money to get the time as opposed to my kids getting grown and resenting me because I didn't put forth the effort. Because they don't know what's going on.
One thing for sure, your kids might not remember everything that you got them in life, but they will always remember the effort. Like my daughter will never forget me breaking her out the hospital.
Right.
She saw me tell these doctors, I don't give a fuck about your medical opinion. I know what I'm hearing, and I'm knowing this shit ain't adding up. Get your shit together. We out. My child will never forget that. She knows that I will go to the depths of hell to make sure you are all right.
And I speak from both sides. Like,
just don't put me in crazy predicaments.
I speak from like being a dad now, away from the mom, stuff like that. Also being young and from a breakup, not knowing how to manage all that. You know what I'm saying? Because you used to being a family and all that. So like it's all like I done seen both sides. I done did shit wrong and I done stuff right. So that's why I'm able to like pinpoint like, no, he lying. No, I know exactly what he's doing because I've done that. You get what I'm saying? So no, it's just he just gotta be honest with himself and figure out if he really wanna take action and do it. Otherwise, he shouldn't complain about it.
Yeah. Damn, he disappeared on us. We was giving him game. And that's the thing.
You talking about Ryan? You talking about my man? You talking about Russ? Yeah, I'll try to see if he was in there. I just got one quick question for both of y'all, right? Now I hear both sides, right? My bad. I hear both sides of what's going on. And you know, when it comes to extreme circumstances to have to go to court, right? So do y'all feel like you were saying when you was telling your homie that look, I don't want to go to court, I don't want it. Do you feel like it should just be that the relationship, it should just be something where y'all can work it out as adults? Like, I think a lot of dudes, they look at the court system, especially the child support system, they look at it as you basically kind of going up a hill. So they just feel like as both just adults, we should be able to work this out. So you just feel like even in whatever circumstances, if you got to go to court, that's what it is, or that's my.
I advocate.
If you're charged with a crime, let's say you're charged with a fucking petty theft. You know you absolutely didn't do it. Are you just gonna be like, I don't want to deal with the courts, just give me what you gonna give me? You gonna fight for your freedom, right?
Facts.
Your child is just as important. If you care, and I'm not going to act holier than thou because I sat there and told my friend I don't want to go to court, and she was like, "Hey, you acting like you some street nigga, or something like that. Go to fuck the court. What's wrong with going to court?" And I was like, "You're right." Now, I ended up working it out right afterwards with my daughter's mother, but she was absolutely right. Yeah. If you don't put no effort in, you're not going to get no effort out.
Gotcha. And also, while you not all that time that you not spending with your kid and you not coming to get your kid because the mom is not letting you, you know what's going on? She feeling the kid with he's a deadbeat or he's a piece of shit. He don't care about you. He out there fucking bitches. And you know what happens? The kid gets brainwashed because all they hearing is that. So when they meet you at 14, they're angry. And it's more anger because you wasn't around, but it's also anger because all I know is what my mom was telling me. You get what I'm saying? So I advocate heavy do the fucking work. Just go down there. It's nothing to go down there and yes, it actually. I saw somebody say it's a way to beat child support. I beat child support, so it's a way to beat child support.
Also, I want to dispel something else that he said on the show that actually we transitioned right into the topic perfectly. He said with child support, you should go down there and file first. and then they'll send a card to you, and then you'll be paying, but you'll be paying yourself. Absolutely false.
That's not accurate.
Not
When I say that's not accurate at all. That's not accurate at all.
If you
Like,
put
that
yourself
was
on child support, either y'all can agree to a certain amount, or see what the state says you have to pay.
right, and because it's not that simple. Both y'all gotta be down there because they gotta look at both y'all pay stubs and tally the numbers. Like child support is it's not even about the course. They just get you down. Child support is really your pay stub versus her pay stub. That's all it is. That's all it is. Ain't nobody has control over that. So, yeah,
But
put yourself on
and
child.
y'all,
That was the
but y'all
dumbest
do
shit
it.
ever.
But do y'all also agree? And this is my last question, because I'm really trying to learn. I don't have kids. I don't, maybe I mean not in the future. But the last thing I had a dude on my other show, Upgrade Your Game podcast, he said the same thing like my homie said. He said that the man should file first. Do you agree with that? That the man should file first?
For custody or child support?
He was going for my man Craig. He was going for custody. He went down first.
So yeah, so the way custody works is it don't always matter who files first, because typically when I file, once you get the paperwork, you're gonna go and file a counter thing anyway. We both got the same court date. So all it is getting both of the parties in front of the judge to tell your sides and show y'all proof. You get what I'm saying? Like the mom could go file for, like, so for instance, your friend that, and I don't know his whole situation, but I'm say he's not actively trying to get his child on paper. So let's say she go file for custody and he go down there and say he got all the proof of her not doing it. They would take his side because he got the proof, even though he didn't file none. He just showed up. No, this is what's been going on, Your Honor. Here go my phone. I've had a situation where one of the mothers of my kids tried to say, "Oh, I ain't had no way to contact them." Those are not me texting. That's not the number he's texting is not me. The judge took my phone, pulled her name up on the thread, went into the thread, and called her number from the thread and made her phone ring in court. Oh, you're alive, bitch. Mr. Harrison, what do you want? And it was just that simple. Yeah, you gotta, like, it's just the proof. It's all about proof. Whatever you can prove. That's why having proof and do everything through text, all that on the phone. And when your kids are born, file for custody then, because the state has custody of them. If God forbid something happens, if you a drug dealer or they raid your crib and they take your kids, guess what? It's gonna take you months to get your kids back, because nobody technically had legal custody of them. So, and that's the best time to file for custody, because when y'all have a kid, for the most part, y'all on good terms anyway. Oh, babe, let's get this out the way. So, and let's do 50-50 so that we don't gotta deal with this, and just spin it that way. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time they'll do it, and you go down, y'all agree to it because we on good terms. And if shit go left after that, guess what? You can't 50-50. We got this agreement in place. You breach the agreement, you lose time.
Wow. All right.
I mean, that's a tricky one, where I think you said, like, the way you said that made it seem a lot more easier than what it would actually work out to be in life. That's like telling your wife, let's get this little prenup. I don't know.
No, prenup way different. A prenup way different than when.
I don't know if it's gonna work out quite like you said it is, because it's like one of them things like, oh, so you planning on us going bad and not being able to be on reasonable terms?
If she don't want to do it, then guess what? You go and file. And you know what happens when you go down there? They're gonna give y'all a schedule that resembles what the current schedule has been. And guess what? We live together right now, so it's gonna be 50. I'm gonna win regardless. I'm gonna file the day after the kid was born. We're gonna have a date 6 months from now. 6 months. We've been in the same house. Oh, Your Honor, we live together. 50-50. I'm telling you, it's very. It's more complicated, but it's very simple. I'm just saying, it's very simple. It's not.
It is, but I don't think that with the situation that you presented, I don't think it's as simple as you just. I don't see a woman being like, we 2 weeks into having this baby, all right, let's get this 50-50 custody. I don't think that shit, especially if y'all don't have an issue. Now, if y'all do have an issue, I can see it being like, all right, we getting this 50-50 custody. But, for the most part, when a baby's first born, you're on great terms. I don't see it being like, all right, let's go for this 50-50 custody. And she like, all right, let's go down and do it. I don't see it.
But the custody don't gotta mean that we on bad terms. The custody could just mean, yo, I don't want the state to have custody of our kid if something happens. Okay. I don't want that to happen. That could be that. I don't want something to happen. I don't want me and you to blow up in the car tomorrow and our kid get put in the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean to be extreme. But I'm just saying,
because if you present it like that, I can see a shooting. You know what? Right.
Yeah, you had because the state gonna have custody of your kids, and then
Right.
I seen that happen with my cousin. My cousin, they lived next door. My uncle had a house next door, and she was with her mom. Her mom was on drugs. They raided the crib. She had 5 kids. They took all the kids. Took my uncle like 3 or 4 months to get his daughter. His daughter. His name is on the birth certificate. But guess what? Nobody had custody. So, oh, we got to bring you into court. Oh, we got to make sure you are who you say you are. Oh, we got to come and see your house. Oh, we got to make, yeah. You got a job? Okay, yeah. Like, because you ain't been on no papers, so we need to see who you is. But if you got custody, guess what? Go right to the police station. Hello, ID. That's my kid. Give my kid, release him to me. It's that simple.
But yeah, while I got you here, Joe, that segment was fucking trash. That fucking bullshit you was putting on, that bullshit she was putting on, that shit was trash.
I'm done.
But
I was just being a mediator. You know what I'm saying?
Time out. Save your first 48 live for after this. But y'all know what time of the show it is. I know y'all heard a lot this evening, and y'all probably got a lot to say about it. Producer, drop the link, and what y'all got to say about that? Damn, Creamy coming on strong. Creamy, jump in the link is up, Creamy. Come on. Because Creamy throwing them shots, boy. But yeah, continue on.
I was being, the thing I like when we do the podcast is that we can go from one thing and then go to something other. I didn't think we was going to talk about child support. I didn't think we was going to talk about custody. I didn't think we was going to talk about none of that. So I'm just thinking we talking about giving her advice for what happened on that date to go into that. And it's good though, it brought to this. That
it wasn't a date.
What is that? But no, it's good that we got in this conversation because it is something that dudes need to know about. And I appreciate Ryan for wanting to reach out to my man to help him. But it's definitely something I need to talk.
It's accountability. And I mean, you don't know what you don't know. But once the knowledge is presented to you, if you don't take that knowledge, then that's on you.
Right.
But some of the stuff that he was saying was just not factual. And when he said, I want to start a child support reform, I mean, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to have the knowledge to be able to present somebody else with the knowledge. Because if he would have went and told somebody the shit that he said on your show, he'd have set homie up straight for failure.
You got to remember he's a comedian. You gotta remember he's a comedian too, so he's gonna throw a little.
Nah, he was the joke that day.
Yeah, my man was drunk.
But yeah.
No, it's cool.
Wish he was in here. He could have linked up and talked about it, but
right.
I mean, I think he started ducking the smoke once he started me. Ron started firing guns. Listen. I dig it, but I mean, yo. Big exclusive. Is you playing with the fucking cameras behind the scenes?
You doing like you did the Nikki. You doing like you did the Nikki last week.
Now, if my problem was an internet problem, I would have understood because I don't like to pay Comcast on time. I like to wait till they cut me off and then pay them because fuck y'all. That's why. But yeah, I'm glad we had this conversation because I just don't like the fact that Big Exclusive said, I promise I'm not doing nothing. But no, I just didn't like the misconceptions that he was spewing out there. And I'm like, yo, I mean, people watch our podcast. I'm learning that people that we don't expect are watching our podcast. I would hate somebody to get that knowledge and to just think like, oh, that's how it works. Nah, bro, you got that shit wrong.
Yeah, that's why I stress like I know I probably do make it sound like it's simple, but as I said, like I speak in time. Like my daughter's 9, it took me 3 years to see her. Then you know what I mean, and I'm still fighting to get more time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My now only one that I got quick was Jordan is 4 now, but I just got Jordan. I always had her full time, but I just got on paper actual sole custody over the summer. But before that, I had full custody. It's a difference between the two, but now it's like full is. The other person got right. Soul is like nobody. It's just me. And the same thing with my older kids. It's just it takes time, But it's just it looks better. It looks better when you're going down and you're constantly showing up to these dates. And I know it's tedious, but after a while, the judge knows. Like especially with me, I got 3 different cases. The judge, like, oh, okay. Like I have the same judge every time. Yeah, it's just like, oh, like they know you ain't no bullshit. You keep showing up, and I seen you here 2 weeks ago for the other one. Like I know, and they can see all your shit. Like their little computer, they got all your information. Anytime you've been to court, anytime you get in trouble or traffic ticket, all that shit is in front of them.
All right,
so they know your information.
Real quick, let me ask you this question while you're here. So you in court, the judge was like, I see what you're talking about, Mr. Ryan, but I think I'm gonna give you a little taste of something else. Full custody to your baby mom. Are you running to the bench and jumping over?
I ain't running to the bench. I got a mean fucking Italian lawyer. That would never even happen.
You lost me already. You said a mean Italian lawyer. If the lawyer,
yeah, my lawyer, yeah, my lawyer, the fucking man. Like
you had me.
I probably done bought. I know I at least spent enough money on him, like a down payment for one of his houses. So
yeah, big exclusive. I might consider jumping at the judge.
No, jump the judge. I ain't never gonna see my kids again. Got to play the long game.
But it looked like nobody want to jump into the conversation tonight. So
I know that everybody's scared.
Everybody after Auntie Sugar for sure would have jumped in because she was saying drop that line.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, she was adamant. That's why I thought who was gonna get on.
The fat Faison liar.
That's the new drop right there. Shout out.
Big Exclusive.
That's the new drop right there.
If y'all saw Big Exclusive podcast on Tuesday, Big Exclusive was running that joint, and I laughed every time like he just played it for the first time. No, I was just saying, I dropped the link. Creamy, act like you saw my show before. Oh, Auntie Sugar, how are you this evening?
Auntie Sugar?
What's up, Auntie?
Good evening. I was hoping Creamy was going to jump up here with me.
I think she's a little scared. She always acts a little scared when it comes to my show.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Creamy, don't be scared and don't bite.
Unless you're into that.
The fat Faison liar.
You, as always, for allowing me up here to just give a little.
Sugar, it is always a pleasure. And I want to thank you for all your support. You definitely raised the BEN flag real high. You would think you was a part of the game.
Believe it or not, I've been floating that idea around.
I spoke too soon. Hey, Creamy.
Hi, Creamy.
Hi, everybody.
But to you first, Auntie Sugar, what did you have about the things that were presented? What do you have to say about the things that were presented to you this evening?
Okay, well, boy, that bandana is trouble, ain't it?
Always.
I wanted to say, I know you're not going to stop putting your wine in that mug, but when we actually do meet, I'm going to have a special wine glass just for you. Second of all, that woman was lying, okay? I don't know where you're going out to eat at 11 o'clock at night, unless it's a McDonald's or a Sonic, or I just don't even know. So that was a lie.
Chili's don't close until 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit, they don't. Matter of fact, I forgot to say that. They were supposed to go there. They were supposed to go there.
Stop caping for your friend.
She wasn't that mad. She ain't turning them French fries down. She wasn't that mad.
Bang, bang.
I saw the whole episode.
But let's not cut. Let's not go too far. Let's let Auntie Sugar talk.
Go ahead, Auntie Sugar. My bad.
Second of all, child support, it's just or custody in general. I don't like the system. I don't like what it does to our community. I really don't. I think it is just one of those other straight pipelines straight to the jail, straight to the prison system. However, at the same token, I know that there are a lot of women out here that have given birth and they are not meant to be parents or mothers. The same way that there's a lot of men out here that have deposited their sperm and they are not cut out to be fathers or dads.
I agree.
So I understand that, it's a necessary evil. However, if you could work it out, it would be great. Unfortunately, relationships don't, especially if you don't have a past or a history with that person, you probably can't communicate. And so that's why the court system does exist. It can also be used to protect the children in situations where there might be an abuse. So I agree that there's a necessary evil with it. However, it's not easy. Courts are tied up, and we all know when we all went through the panorama, there was basically no court. I had to do my custody at virtual, and it took months, a long time, a very long time. And also, I don't know what county this gentleman went through, but I went through Montgomery County, and they are
they don't play.
strict. They are very strict.
they
You
are.
have to go to 6 parenting classes. Because I'm not on any kind of welfare system or state assistance. I had to pay for each and every class.
Oh shit.
Then I had to go to see a mediator. That was mandatory. It was $100 each mediation. It was a minimum of 4 mediations. There was just no, and you had to pay. And if you didn't pay, they wouldn't sign off on it. And so the longer that it took to go to these classes, the longer that it took to pay for these mediations and be seen, and you had to be there at the same time. And they really try their best to get parents to cooperate on any level. But if you don't, you wind up putting out more money just to get the cut. I probably spent more money on parenting classes and mediation and court in general than I've ever gotten in child support. At that point, he could keep that, that $100. And I'm not saying it to belittle him or whatever, but it's not easy on either party. Either party, if you want to file, it is not easy. They don't make it easy. And not only that, but my judge, she cussed me out. She accused me of trying to treat him bad and trying to force him to go to jail. I was damn near in tears in that courtroom.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I know they say that the system works towards women, but the way that white woman talked to me, no way.
Now, Auntie Sugar, while we are here, at any given moment, did you think about running up and jumping at that judge?
She was downright disrespectful. That white tea woman was downright disrespectful.
Now, Auntie Sugar, actually, I want to have like a real conversation about child support in the future. But I just want to say one thing about my opinion on child support. I think child support only benefits the person that makes the least.
Well, that's what it's for, though, to be honest.
No, I disagree with that.
It's for the child, but it's help of the child. So, okay, real quick, when I went to child support court for my youngest daughter's father, because my older kids, I never put him on child support because he did what he was supposed to do up until he didn't, and I just didn't worry about it after that. But for my youngest daughter's father, I was at a job working part-time, paying out of pocket for daycare for his daughter and everything else, all the benefits of his daughter. And I had to literally like beg this man to buy Pampers and formula when she did take formula. So my thing is, when I took him to child support, this man, I realized I didn't know really nothing about him. He was making over $40 an hour. I'm literally making 12 something. And I got 3 kids. Wow. Okay. He was already in the system for his other kids, which I found out he had additional children, but he was already in the system. And because he was making so much, and I was paying $500 for daycare alone and the well-being of his child, they said you can afford to pay $1,200 a month for your child. And they said that based on the fact that they didn't care about, and this is how I said it's not set up for the men. They didn't care about his home. They didn't care about his car. They didn't care about none of that. The thing was the child needed care. And I was only making 12 something. You know what that man did? That man eventually, I cut it down. I was like, I know you can't afford to pay $1,200. I need 8 though. I need you to pay something. You know what I mean? So it was at 8 for a minute. He quit his job at Verizon and found a job that was making almost as equal as what I was making.
Yikes.
You got $800? What court system was this?
We're in Delaware. So we're in Delaware.
Oh no, baby. This Philadelphia. Listen, they $50. Listen, they don't play.
Whoa, y'all can't whoa. We
Sorry.
Let me tell you where to move so you can get better child support conversation on my show.
You know what?
You better try that shit on Melanated Vibrations.
And let me tell you something. Let's address this chat that's down here in the comments. How about that?
Well, Big Exclusive, you can actually drop her now.
What? Yo! Oh my god!
You know what, man? You know what? It's just show. I'm gonna let you have it. It's all good. I just don't go ahead and show love.
Creamy, while you are here, if you would love to plug your show real quick. Actually, one second. Big Exclusive, drop the spotlight. I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you, Creamy, and for tuning in and always a loyal listener. But I'm going to give you the spotlight, and I want you to give them all the information about your upcoming show.
Wow. All right. Well, thanks, and I appreciate you, and I don't mind tuning in because you're hilarious as hell. So I do have a podcast. Me and my girlfriend's coming out shortly. It's in the works. We don't have a definite date, and I know the BM been on my ass about a date, but believe me, when it drops, it's going to drop. It's actually MILFs. The acronyms Money, Info, Love, and Family.
Mother, I like that. I love acronyms. That's fire. I like that.
So it's my girlfriends having real candid conversations, life experiences. We're going to bring it to you raw and uncut, and we're going to talk about everything. I mean, me and my girlfriends talk about everything from religion to sex to anal play, all that type shit. So just stay tuned. I will let Shannon know as soon as we get a date, and you guys will definitely be the first to hear about it. And it's also broadcasting on the HNIC network, the Head Nurse in Charge. So I'll let y'all know what happens.
For nurse? You sure about that?
Shut up, and don't tell nobody. But thank you. I appreciate you.
Nah, I definitely appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your feedback, because this was a fire conversation, and I really appreciated all aspects of it. But thank you for tuning in. Auntie Sugar. Auntie Sugar, if you could give people the information about your show and when they can check it out.
Well, I'm Auntie Sugar, and my show is called Sweet Talk with Auntie Sugar. I'm on every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. I changed my platform. I'm no longer just on Instagram. I am now on Facebook, also TikTok, and YouTube. You can find me at Auntie Sugar or Sweet Talk with Auntie Sugar every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. That's Sweet Talk with Auntie Sugar, AunteeShugah, every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
It's a sultry voice for me.
Yo, for real, give me them vibes like when I was a young boy and I'd be looking at my mom friends like, ooh.
No, it's given that late night 105. What is it? 105.3. Whatever that is.
Quiet storm.
Quiet storm.
Every time I come here, you say that.
But Ron, Ron, I definitely want to say Ron got one of the best podcasts. I just don't understand why people not checking. And like what you gave up tonight, pause. As far as the information that you deliver is what you deliver on your show, and I just feel like not enough people are tuning in because I love it. definitely a change up from everything else I see. You have your own lane, and I really appreciate it, and I'm always tuned in. But Ryan, give him a little drop about your show.
My podcast is called A Safe Space for Men. I cover mental health. Like basically, obviously, the focus is men. We cover topics that men deal with, fatherhood, uh, even like stuff that you went through with your father, things you went through as kids. But I really try to focus in on men and the things we go through relationships. Even with me and Ant, we just did an episode. We even touched a little bit on postpartum. Like we don't understand that type of thing. Nobody teaches us that. So I try to like just put as much information out there as possible that can help men. Like I just did an episode 2 weeks ago about what we talked about tonight: child support, custody, the right way to go about it, how to win, how to go to court and be successful. So I just really try to put information out there to help. If I could just help one person, I feel like my job is done.
That's fire. I'm gonna put both of y'all on the spot because Big Exclusive said it like 2 or 3 times. come over to Death Row Records. Now,
I agree with that.
Definitely strength in numbers. I would definitely tell you, gentlemen, to consider it. I mean, Big Exclusive just randomly called me like, "Yo, I like when you come on my show and you like give your little spills." That created the Ant Money experience. But Joe, I want to tell you, your show is fucking trash. I think you should stop doing that shit. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Like nobody.
Stop watching it, nigga. Stop watching. Sorry, no.
I like your show, Joe. I like your show, Joe.
My brother for sure. Just give him, Joe. You got a couple different shows on your network. Joe's a fucking walking independent record label.
Welcome to Rap Life.
So first, I want to say, Joe, the Brotherly Luv, Sisterly Advice. I have a love-hate relationship with that show.
You was on it, so you already know how sister down. Yeah,
I'll be back soon.
Oh yeah.
But also, I forget the other show that you have underneath it.
Appreciate you, Big Exclusive.
Step Your Game Up Podcast. I think that's what you call it.
Upgrade Your Game.
Upgrade Your Game. And I love it because it's night and day from Brotherly Luv, Sisterly Advice. The guests that you have always give like real heartfelt stories. I mean, you had a comedian up there that was really like telling his struggles, and I'm like, damn, I didn't realize that comedians went through that. You had High Def, a bro from the old neighborhood. That was a dope episode, but just give them a little bit of an idea of what they can expect on Playwave TV.
So yeah, you already saw the clips for UnBrotherly Luv and Sisterly
Advice.
We
saw the bullshit clips.
So bro been on there. We talk about relationships, we talk about all types of stuff, training topics. The Upgrade Your Game podcast, like Mugga was talking about. I talk about mental health. Me and Ryan was talking, and I was like, we should link up because I talk about mental health too with men, male improvement, giving game, and that's what that's about. My other podcast is called Unwavered, where I talk about stuff in the music industry, stuff from like the past and stuff that's going on now, where I just give my little talk about the music industry, being that I was a rap artist at one time. So yeah.
You actually owe me a little publishing. I ain't forget about that shit. You keep fucking playing with me, I'm gonna have you over the fucking edge of the roof like fucking Suge Knight and Ice.
Like P. Diddy and Wale? Oh, you ain't shit.
Whoa, don't put P. Diddy on me. But no, all seriousness, this was a great episode. Ryan, you delivered great information on this episode. I think that we need more forums where people hear this information and let people know, like, dude, my man, you got rights. Nobody deserves not to see their child unless you got some nasty shit with you. I appreciate it, Creamy, and definitely I love it because I mean we trying to lure them into the big exclusive network, not in no P. Diddy type of way, and we're not gonna make y'all do no Cat Williams stuff. But I don't mind collaborating because at the end of the day, I want everybody black to win. So, thank you, Auntie Sugar. Auntie Sugar blessed us with it. Yo, we need like one of them things where like confetti pop up when people do that. But no, definitely want to thank y'all brothers for coming through. Joe, you had to endure the punishment. your man's ran on you.
Yo, the next time y'all have something, it could be about dating and anything like that. This 2-5 is killing me right now. I can't do shit. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were gonna have. Yeah, that was pause. Yeah, that was a pause.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna have sis with you. I thought you was gonna be with you.
I thought, but yeah.
No.
I
didn't want her for this episode because it was going to turn into an attack. So I didn't want her for this episode, but we definitely got to work that out. But fellas, I want to thank you guys for being here. Man, life is changing. Today was my last day at my current job. Tomorrow I go back and give them my ID and say, fuck it.
Yeah, we gotta get clapped man.
Right.
But also, it was funny because in the time that I've been there for about 2.5 years. I realized in this last week that they never gave me like my flowers or anything. Well, I'm lying. One of my supervisors, she gave me my flowers, but they realized that in this week that I told them that I'm quitting, y'all actually really need me and y'all can't do this job without me. It feels good to be wanted. And I'm not even a hard worker. Imagine that. But life is getting real interesting. I'm extremely excited to see where my endeavors go going forward. I wish both of you gentlemen the same. Thank everybody for tuning in this week. It's been a fire episode. We had ups, downs, got a little conflicted, everything in between.
The fat Faison liar.
No, that's the drop of the year right there. That's the drop of the year. You know what I'm saying?
But
that when he said about your allegiance to liars or something like that, that's the 2 drops of the year.
Right allegiance. No. I forgot that shit was funny. But yo, big exclusive, shout out to you because you definitely hold it down and we don't give you your credit. But I just want to say I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I will see you guys back next week for the Ant Money Experience. Peace and blessings.
Know that.